Hello there fabric jugglers, it's Babs here from MyFieryPhoenix, and today I'm going to be showing you how to take two different threads or yarns and tie them together. I'm using two different colours just so that it's slightly more obvious for you. You're going to need some scissors, you're going to need your yarns that you're connecting and some fingers. It's not too complex, but it can seem quite intimidating. What we're going to be creating today is a magic knot, I've seen them referred to, which is basically a knot that has no tails, and it's as small, as tiny a knot as you can possibly create. I've drawn inspiration from various fishing knots and well, not I personally, but someone has drawn inspiration from various fishing knots and other scouting type knots, and that's what we're going to use to create these for you today. So without further ado, let's just get started. And what we're going to be doing is creating one knot here and one knot here, and the two will be joined together, and then they will slip towards each other and stop, and then we can trim off the outer edges. So the first thing we're going to do is you take one thread and you literally just knot it around the other. That's a nice tight knot, and then you take the other thread and you knot it around the first one. So don't tie them into a knot, you knot it around them. Hopefully that will make more sense in a moment, because what we want is for the threads to be able to slide through this gap in the knot. So here we have, let's just move that down, here we have the knot here. If I move that in slightly, we've got the knot at the top, and then we have a hole at the bottom that this thread is sliding through, and then we've done the reverse on the other side. We can pull those quite tight, but now you can see that we have two knots and we're going to slide together. So we're going to take either end and just pull gently, and they will come together in the centre. So if I bring that closer for you, let's move the scissors out of the way so that it can focus on the actual knot. If I let my camera try and do its thing, and then you've pulled that nice and tight. Make sure that you've pulled, if I pull that apart slightly, hopefully you can see that we've got knots at either side. There we go. So we've got one knot here, another knot here, and then if we pull them together, they start kissing. And that is an incredibly strong knot. And all we do is simply cut off these short ends. So trim one away, and then trim the other away, and what you are left with is an incredibly strong knot with no tails whatsoever. And that is how you create a very simple, very easy to use, tiny little magic knot. Now hopefully this has been of some use to you, in which case please like, share, comment and subscribe. There's a little subscription button up in the corner there. If you have any other tutorials that you'd like to see, either for knitting or sewing or crochet, then please let me know. This is a perfect knot for either knitting or crocheting, and you could also use this knot for embroidery or any kind of cross stitching. I don't tend to use it too much for those projects, but it is possible and it can be used if you don't like tails hanging around that you've then got to tidy up after the event. If you want to know how to weave in tails, then I have another tutorial which I've released recently, which shows you how to do that on one of my scarves. So hopefully something in this tutorial has been of use to you, and I will see you again. Bye for now.